If you got frustrated, Cherise, if you got frustrated with your child, need a minute?
This is Cherise Stinson, a mother engulfed in unimaginable pain. Her 2-year-old son has been kidnapped, plunging her into every parent's worst nightmare. However, little does anyone know that beneath the facade of a mother in despair, there's a hideous creature hiding the most insidious sin. In the following moments, the police would soon make a shocking discovery that would make them question the very essence of motherhood itself.
You left him there. You walked away from him. You went there last night to see if he was still there, and he was.
Mother, or are you a monster, like you said?
The incident unfolded in September 2018. Cherise Stinson was walking home with her 2-year-old toddler, Jordan. Suddenly, a Toyota Camry stopped near them, and the driver offered them a ride in exchange for a sexual favor instead of money. Cherise claimed that she placed her toddler in the back seat and agreed to the favor. However, when the driver demanded another, she refused. Enraged, he allegedly struck her on the head with a mason jar full of weed. The next thing she knew, she opened her eyes in a daze, alone in a desolate park. Her world had been turned upside down. Antoine, the man she was with, had vanished without a trace, along with her precious toddler. The incident set off a frantic search and unleashed a storm of questions. How could Antoine suddenly vanish into thin air? What happened in the moments before Cherise's blackout? And most importantly, where was the child? The mystery of the missing toddler and the vanished Toyota gripped the community and authorities alike as they desperately sought answers to these haunting questions. But as soon as the investigation began, the police quickly realized that things were not as they seemed. Cherise's account of events didn't add up. She was lying. Here's the interrogation. The police summoned Cherise, desperate to find answers. The interrogation began with them asking if she had any idea what happened to her son.
We've been to your house.
Mm-hmm.
They've been looking. They've been looking in every dumpster, trash can, lake, ditch, grassy area, everywhere, trying to find any explanation of where he might have gone. Is there anything you'd be concerned about we find around your house, in your house, at the apartment complex?
You can go through whatever you want.
I know, and I understand that.
Whatever you want.
But do you know of anything you'd be concerned about?
Trying to appear clever, Cherise denied any knowledge and even granted the officers permission to search through anything they wanted, a calculated move to feign innocence. However, the police were not to be underestimated.
Have you thrown away any clothing, bedding, anything over the past few days?
I threw away a rug because his grandma brought us pizza. It was a black rug. Let me see. I threw away some clothes in the closet.
What'd you throw away?
A bunch of stuff. Cause I don't know if you've been to my house, but the closet's a mess. And I've been cleaning it out.
Mm-hmm.
So I threw that stuff away, but that wasn't today. It's been maybe a couple days ago.
Where'd you throw it?
Well, usually I throw it away inside the neighbor's bin because I don't have a box. But I just tie it up in the bag and put it outside my door, and because they come pick up our trash.
So, as we keep going through the story, we found some clothing today in the area you live, and it's concerning. I just want to show it to you in a few minutes, and we'll talk about it. But you haven't thrown any clothing away in the area you're saying?
Not necessarily.
These seemingly simple questions were crucial clues that the police had uncovered, vital to the case. For a grieving mother, being able to remember every detail isn't unusual, right? But Cherise's demeanor was growing more uncomfortable by the moment, suggesting something else entirely.
We found some clothing that's got blood on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's thrown away near the office of the apartment company.
Yes, that's from his chin. And I know exactly what you're talking about. It's some red sweatpants.
Mm-hmm.
And you said the chin thing happened about 3 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
Why are we just throwing that away?
I mean, that's not normally thrown it away. Like, they do whatever they want with the trash. I have proof to show you that I get yelled at.
What other clothing was with that set? Best you can remember.
Towels. It was a towel.
Okay.
I know it's some blue shorts because they're like beach shorts. I don't know. It was just a bunch of stuff in the closet because I pretty much throw everything in the closet.
And you threw that away when?
It's been a couple days.
And you put it out by your door?
Mm-hmm.
And somebody then put this in the office trash can?
Because they walk around. We don't have to throw away our trash.
Okay.
But they walk around with the bin.
You said that was at least 3 weeks, if not a month ago.
The same thing with the towel. Because when Jordan even washed the towel and it still didn't come out. What else? Shit, it's still a bunch of stuff in that closet.
No matter what Cherise says, one thing is crystal clear to the cops. Her claim that she knows nothing about her son's whereabouts is a blatant lie. In a matter of moments, the real questioning is about to start. And Cherise will have to summon every ounce of cunning to portray herself as the innocent, caring mother. But will the police buy it?
What happened to George? Something has happened to him. He's been hurt. Okay? I know you're taking a deep breath, but I'm not fully connecting the dots in what you're saying. It's just too... It looks far-fetched. We have bloody clothing.
Is there a way I take a lot of tests to prove? Because I don't know.
I mean, it's something we could maybe set up in the future. They're not really necessarily reliable, and I don't have the ability to do that to you right here. Okay?
Cherise, let's back up a little bit. Can you look at me? Is that possible? Or catch your breath and take a look at me for a second. I'm going to go back to Saturday night again. Cherise, I want you to look at me if you can, please.
Can you look up?
Listen to me.
Can y'all take that please?
Oh, whoa. Back that up. Back that up.
Who,
No.
Who said that?
Who
said you did something?
Cherise, listen to what I'm going to say to you, okay? Look at me. Look at me. You last saw him when?
The last time I seen him was when I put him in the car. And on the passenger side, I didn't hurt him.
And that was Saturday night.
That was Saturday night.
At about 10.
Yes, sir.
And then you wake up Sunday morning about 1:30. And Antoine had him, you think. Right?
Yes, sir.
What are the odds you think that Antoine is not going to give that child to someone to turn over because he don't want it? But he's going to give it to
sure
somebody.
stop at a gas station and give it to someone at the
only
pump.
thing I can think of is he left him at the park with me. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't.
That's possible.
No, I don't know, but I don't know what you got to do.
We're looking. We're still looking. Even though we're having this conversation, people are looking. Believe me. But that doesn't get us any closer to finding him either. And there's these points of the investigation we have to talk about. And I told you it might be difficult, but that's the nature of what's going on.
Am I right?
Yes, sir.
100%.
If I was in his predicament, I would not.
We can all agree there?
Yes, sir.
So that kid is somewhere. Junior somewhere, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, I'll be a little graphic for a moment, okay? But if we're playing hypothetical and he leaves him with you in the park, he probably would have walked out on the East Bay. He's not going to wander into a dark park. He's not going to go into the darkness. He probably would have been found had he gone near the road, whether it was a good way or a bad way. You know, people notice a kid wandering around. He's been missing. Oh, we're at 12. We're at about 18 hours. He has no idea where to go. He's not just going to wander off into the wilderness and hope somebody picks him up.
He's gonna stay with you until you wake up, or try to wake you up.
You are his mother. You are the most close person to him in his life, especially at a young age.
The police officers are trying to rouse any shred of genuine motherhood left in Charisse to unearth a clue, but when faced with logical questions, she is left speechless. This reaction reveals a troubling truth. Charisse is not truly grieving. Instead, she seems to be hiding a far more sinister role in her son's disappearance.
We still don't have a trace of him, Charisse. We have no idea where he left.
There's no cameras?
No. We went through the cameras on East Bay Drive. We found nothing that supports your story of you walking with a child. I don't have anything to back up what you're telling me.
How's your temper, Charisse? You get upset sometimes? Lose your temper?
The only person who gets me that mad is Jordan Sr.
Held off on you day in and day out. Doesn't give you $1 for money, except when you beg for it. The guy who beat you up a month ago and doesn't care. The guy who's got you pregnant again. In his own words, he doesn't care. Party and do whatever. He's left you to be a single mom. Never had a kid before, Jordan. He's your first. You told me that at the hospital. He's a person you want to be with, and all he wants to do is get away from you.
I don't care about that, because even if I don't have him, I still have my child.
Sure. But being a parent can be frustrating. I think most people I work with are parents, and the most common thing is nothing can push your buttons like your children. They can be difficult, they can be needy, they can be hard to deal with, especially alone, especially without support. You don't have someone there to help, okay? Tempers get lost. I've lost my temper with my own children before. It's just a part of being a parent, okay? Sometimes things happen by accident. Sometimes tempers flare. Sometimes they're pretty rigid little guys, but once in a while something happens to them that they don't bounce back from right away, and it causes parents to get scared and nervous and check the internet, see what things might need to be done, things of that nature. I have a pretty strong idea of what I think happened, okay? And it doesn't mean it was done with intention to hurt him. It could have been, I don't know the situation. But something has happened with Jordan Jr. over the last few days that you're not telling me. I want you to tell me the truth, Charisse, with me and Erica. I just want to know. I have.
I did not.
Charisse, you
gotta believe I did not hurt him.
Charisse.
I did not hurt him.
I didn't mean to.
I didn't hurt him.
Charisse,
no.
Look at me.
No, you're not gonna say that, because I know I didn't hurt him. Oh, baby, he was okay. He was okay. I put him in that car. He was okay.
We've talked about this. No one's called in.
He was okay.
No one's called in with a good location for where your son is. No, Antoine's called in. They send that Amber Alert out pretty damn extensively. That's the way we got in touch with Jordan. He got a message on his buddy's phone. Okay? People know we're looking for him, and nobody wants to be responsible for him. They want to turn him over to us as fast as they can. We're looking, but we're not finding much except red flags in his own home. Okay? In his own apartment complex. We've got a bunch of bloody clothing. We've got neighbors saying there was some loud banging going on the other night. We've got some unexplainable Google searches.
In interrogations dealing with such sensitive matters, it's standard protocol to employ empathy to reduce the suspect's defensiveness. The banging on the wall that the officers mentioned was so forceful, according to neighbors, that it made their furniture fall. This means something collided with the wall with tremendous force. The puzzle is finally starting to come together, and it's becoming increasingly clear that things are not in Charisse's favor.
Why not?
Charisse, I'm not going to raise my voice. I'm not the type to scream, okay? I'm not going to treat you. Look at me.
If they hear me yelling or banging this, I'm yelling at Jordan.
Charisse, the neighbors reported something got hit on your wall so hard it knocked a piece of furniture off on their side. I'm not making that up. Something happened at home, and we're searching for an explanation. Charisse, we're not any closer to finding him than we were 12 hours ago. Okay? You've got a lot of people worried. A lot of people are looking. It may be hard to say, but I just want the truth. And we'll work with it whatever way we have to. If you got frustrated, Charisse, if you got frustrated with your child, need a minute? Did somebody hurt him?
I don't think nobody will hurt him. Nobody will hurt him. Everybody loves him that's around him. Please come back. Please come back. Please come back.
Charisse.
He's gonna come back.
Charisse.
He's gonna prove no wrong. He's gonna prove no wrong. He's gonna prove no wrong.
Charisse, we want to be proved wrong. But we all know sitting in this room that Antoine did not keep that child, even if there wasn't Antoine. He does not have that child. He's giving that child, got rid of that child if it was in his car ever.
We looked at the video up and down East Bay Drive, and we can't find a video of you walking with a toddler last night.
You're not being forthcoming with us about what happened. And I'm pretty sure there is no Antoine that your child got in the car with. Charisse, sweetheart, I need you to look at me, please. Sweetheart, come on. Pick your head up. Look at me. Why not? Why won't you look at us?
You didn't walk down East Bay Drive with him last night, did you? I would love to believe you. Let me show you a map again, okay?
I don't think there's an Antoine, Charisse.
I don't either. Last night, Charisse. Let's look at, can you look at the map?
Go ahead. What are you gonna say? No, tell me what you're gonna say. What didn't you do?
You thinking I'm hurting him?
No. See,
that's what
listen.
you're implying.
And
then it's just me, so I'm supposed to defend myself.
Charisse, we're not implying anything.
But that's what it seems
but
like.
let me ask you this.
But that's what it
Would you
seems
rather
like.
I don't talk to you about the things we're finding?
No, I don't. I understand.
Okay.
This is your job. I understand that.
I'm just.
But damn, like I can't tell you something I don't know.
Charisse, no.
No, because I left that house and I put my baby in that damn car and we drove up, okay? And I sat there and got my ass beat for no reason because I cannot sit here and provide for my own child. And then y'all sit here making it seem like I did this.
I'm not making it seem like you did anything.
But it feels like it. And
Charisse, are we in agreement that Antoine would have dropped that child off somewhere?
yes.
100%.
Because if it was me in that predicament, and that was him, why would I keep a child?
Exactly.
That's not mine.
He doesn't want that kid to get hurt or be responsible. Long before we're even involved, he's had that kid presumably 3 hours before anybody knows anything's even wrong.
And he ain't keeping that kid 3 hours.
Hell no. He knows he's back there. He wants you to put him in. It's not like he didn't see him.
As it turns out, there is no one named Antoine. The police have already uncovered this deception. But for now, it's crucial that Charisse admits her lie and begins to tell the truth. The police leave Therese alone in the interrogation room, but she's far too clever to be fooled. Aware that she's being observed, she stages a dramatic performance, sobbing and wailing as a heartbroken mother searching for her lost child. However, things are about to take a shocking turn when the officers return.
Bring it back, please. Bring it back. Baby, whatever you are, just come home, please. Just come home. Just come home, June, please. Just come home. Just come home, June, please. Come home.
Is it okay?
Basically, I'm getting threats.
From who?
Jordan and his family, and he went on Facebook and said that he is going to murder me.
We got priorities. Okay, we can deal with that.
Because all I'm trying.
We don't need to deal with Jordan right now. Okay? We still are stuck with the same problem we have.
Like, that's my baby missing.
I know. Listen to me for a second, Sharice. I need you to be focused for just a second, okay? Look at me. You're still free to go. The
But
door.
it's not, I don't even want to go at this point.
I understand.
Because
I just want to make sure you know. Okay, you're still free to go. The door's right there.
I don't even want to go.
All the other night,
No, he did not.
did he fall asleep on you?
The only thing I can say that I didn't do was
What's that?
I didn't, and actually, these are the same shorts he has on.
Those right there?
Those are the same shorts he has
Oh,
on.
well, that's good. Okay.
That's the same shorts.
Okay. Did you do anything to
No.
hurt him?
No, I did not. And I'm under a lot of stress.
I know.
And I'm
I'm
hormonal.
trying to
And
be.
yes, I am
I'm trying to be
pissed.
cognizant.
But
of that.
hurting him is hurting him? No. I worked too hard.
When exactly did you throw the bloody clothes out?
I worked too hard. It's been a couple days, so you would have to see the dude that comes and pick up our trash and ask him when he picks it up. But I don't really leave and go. I'm scared of trash cans anyway. Because of worms. So, but I leave my trash by the door. I approve that I get yelled at for leaving my trash by the door.
Are we still okay to be in your house and whatnot?
I don't care. You can be there all day, all night. I
Well,
don't care.
it's still going.
This is what we need to focus on right here. Right here. That's what we need to focus on. It's not fair to him. You need to think, look at me. Sweetheart, look at me. You need to focus. Look at me. Look at me. I want you to look at me because I want you to hear this. Look at me. You need to focus on him because it's not fair to him. To be an adult and be a stand-up person and do what's right for him. That's all that matters. We sit here, it's killing us. You have answers. You need to get in your heart and figure out how to give us those answers. Look at him. He's the answer. Nothing else matters. Focus on that. It's not fair to him. It is not fair. No matter what the circumstances are, it's not fair to him.
I'm done talking to you, Sharice. If you want to talk to me, knock on the door.
Sharice has been clinging to her Antoine story for quite some time. However, when the composite sketch of this supposed Antoine is revealed, based on Sharice's own deception, you won't believe who it looks like.
We got the composite back. You sent it in. What do you think? What do you think? Sharice, you're free to walk out of here at any time. There's the door. But I still need your help. I don't know where your kid is. And I can't make sense of your story, and I've told you why. You're not under arrest. You're here on your own free will right now, trying to help us find your kid. You know who that looks like? You know also who that looks like? That looks a lot like you, Sharice. Heads, defined cheekbones.
First of all, that's not the lips.
The first thing they said when we got that printed out
That's
is,
not the lips
"Oh my
I
God,
told him.
it's her."
No, that's not the lips I told him.
That is everything you went
That
over
looks,
with him on the
that
phone.
looks like my nose Those are my eyes. Yeah,
It's
he does
your
look
hair.
like me. That does look like me. Because he just basically put my face.
Sharice, he's never seen you in his life. He doesn't know what you
That's
look like.
not the-
Everything you did with him, I have no way of manipulating that. Well, I'm glad you agree it looks like you. When a kid gets hurt and they're having a seizure and a parent calls 911, there's nothing suspicious about it. But instead, we're supposed to expect he recovered from this seizure completely normal in a few hours to have a normal Saturday, and then we go walking away.
And not only that, his grandmother.
She could have came inside.
Hey,
You know what she told me?
Came inside.
She said that you told her, she said that,
They know.
listen, she said that you told her that Jordan wasn't feeling well and you didn't want him to see
I
her.
never.
That's
told
what
her.
she said.
Well, she's lying because
everybody
I never
else
told
is
her
fucking
that.
lying,
You
right?
know
never
who I
told her
haven't
that.
proved as a
She
liar
could have
yet?
came inside. She could have came inside if she wanted. She could have came
You
inside.
opened the door just enough
Anytime
to
she,
get the
no,
food in.
Anytime she comes over, she's more than welcome to
So
come
all
inside.
of these different
I'm
elements.
not saying.
Hey, hold on. Because the only time I want to hear out of your mouth is the exact location of this young man. All of this other bullshit is for a little girl, not an adult, not a woman. Sure as shit, not a mom. It's for a scared little kid who doesn't want to get caught and held accountable. Gave up some ridiculous story about I'm gonna give a $150 blowjob. Oh.
Why would you waste our time with that? If you were still concerned about him,
Because I fucked up.
I know you did.
When his own grandmother has left the hospital herself, to come bring you food because you were shit about demanding it. And then you won't even let her see the boy because is he even alive at that point?
Yes, she could have came.
I certainly
in.
don't think so.
He was alive.
Sharice,
Jessica could have
Sharice,
came in. She
is-
could have came.
listen, please. Is he f***ed up on Saturday?
No, he was alive and he
Kids,
was
listen,
good.
listen.
He was alive.
I
and he
work
was
with kids'
good.
injuries a lot.
He was alive
Listen,
and
just
he was
just hear
good.
me out.
He was watching TV.
You
he
may
was
think
okay.
he's good.
He was
Kids don't recover
was
from a
reactive.
choking seizure.
He was reactive. I checked everything. He was reactive.
But he's
He was
lethargic in the
playing.
night.
He was playing.
And yet-
I stayed up to
and yet,
watch him.
Of
He
all
was
days,
okay. He
that's the
was
day
okay.
you decide to put
He
him into a
was
car.
okay.
You can say
He
that
was
as much as you want. It doesn't make it true. It doesn't make any of this go away. And yet, you're going to stick to your guns that some random man came over and has your child.
So he has this horrible night, this horrible, some kind of injury, which I totally believe is more than what you're making of it. Because you don't have a seizure because you sprain your ankle. You don't have a seizure in the night because you just
He probably.
bumped your
I'm
leg.
pretty sure he hit his head when he fell.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he did.
All the more reason
was
to call
a
911 or go to the
a
hospital.
call.
But we're
Yeah.
long past
Yes.
that. Okay.
Yes.
So when he wakes up and he's just had this horrible night, and we're assuming we have this normal day. This is the day of all days that we're going to put him in a car with a stranger and walk away from him.
Lies upon lies, and yet her charade has crumbled. As the investigation progressed, the police uncovered significant clues. They discovered that Jordan Jr. had suffered a seizure, apparently from twisting his ankle. Shockingly, Sharice hadn't called 911 and kept saying he miraculously recovered.
This is the day of all days that we're going to put him in a car with a stranger and walk away from him. So much to the point I'm going to bash my head on a pole in the park just to make my lies somewhat believable.
I was gonna go to his dad's house,
Sure.
and I told him to pull over. I asked him to pull over, and I got my ass out, and I did. And I at that point I did not give a.
Did you even
because I
tell
was-
him his name?
No, I never
No.
told him his name. No, I did not.
The thing that kills me about
Yes, I'm
Whoa,
horrible.
hold on.
I'm horrible.
I'm disappointed,
And I
Sharice.
know.
I'm disappointed.
You planned out of all this 24, 36 hours of being awake that you were going to bring. Hold on. You were going to walk this kid. You sent the text messages at, what, 10 o'clock at night? From your house.
He needed-
While you're at your house, hey, I'm walking over.
He
Tell
needed to eat. You don't have to believe it, and I
I
understand
don't.
that, and I know you
And
don't.
that's
but
why-
that is what happened.
that is why your son never made it to grandma's house. Because
He probably couldn't walk.
He could walk.
He probably walked a little bit, but then he probably couldn't walk anymore. Yeah, he got irritated. He probably broke his fucking leg the night before. Broke his leg and hit his head to the point that he had a seizure that he almost died because he's choking on his own tongue. Yeah, I probably wouldn't want to walk 6 miles or whatever it is to grandma.
He was good.
I don't want to walk to grandma's house with a broken leg.
I gave him a
she can't
bath.
bring him to grandma because they're going.
I can't walk to my grandma's with a broken leg, but I sure got to get rid of him and explain this somehow because I didn't call 911.
I didn't get rid of him harmfully. I just left. I left him in the car.
I think that's exactly right. I think you did leave, but I don't think you left him in a car.
By the side of the road.
He'd be found. Yeah. If you left him with a stranger.
Right there.
If you left him with a stranger in a car, in his backpack, and you just said, hey, pull over here and park, and you got out and walked away, that dude would go, what the fuck is going on?
Despite the piling evidence against her, Charisse remained steadfast in her denial of any wrongdoing. Could this mother really have harmed her own child? This was Charisse's last chance to tell the truth, for the police had made a heart-wrenching discovery. They found Jordan Jr.'s tiny body, mangled, and left in a state so bizarre, it defied comprehension.
When you walk by right there, you still have the backpack that you dumped in the dumpster near the apartments that you made this whole story up about Antoine. No, I don't believe you one bit, Charisse. You are a liar.
No.
You have not told me the truth all week. That is a fact. That is a fact. The fact is he's there and he's dead. The fact is you walked by after you left him there in the woods behind that dumpster. You left him there and you carried his backpack and you left it here. And you made all this shit up to make it look like you're not a monster. You are, because you don't even have the courage to tell your son's story. It happened to him when you were responsible for him. I don't know if he was dead when you left him or if you just left him there in the woods all alone, dying. You didn't do anything but leave him. You left him there. You walked away from him. You went there last night to see if he was still there, and he was. I saw him with my own eyes. I found him with my group of people. We found him right where you left him, wearing the clothes, wearing the shoes. Your lies are over. This is your chance to be honest. It's all out on the table, Charisse. People will know this. People will know this story I just tell you. And you can choose to do the right thing and tell us what happened at the apartment, or that's how the story goes. He's not coming back. There he is.
Remorseful mother, or are you a monster?
It's only one of the two. There's a reasonable explanation. It's something got out of hand, and something happened, or you just don't give a shit. And I'm starting to think it's number two. I haven't thought that all week. But boy, do I feel stupid, because I've been in your corner.
He hit his head that
What
night.
night?
When he fell off the bed.
Friday, Saturday?
He had hit his head.
On what bed?
I said he had hit his head when he was jumping on his bed in the room.
What did he hit his head on?
On the ground, the floor.
Okay, the type of head injury we're talking about doesn't happen from a low fall like that.
No,
It's,
he hit it.
he might have hit it, jumping on the bed, but a low fall from someone his height jumping on the bed. I know, but I just know from my experience and my training that type of head injury is much more severe. It's a really hard hit. A really, really, really hard hit. So remember your neighbor I told you about? Did something hit their wall really hard on Saturday? Did he hit his head on something Saturday afternoon? Part of his head. What part of his head did he hit? Did you see him hit his head?
No, but I just seen it was like real red.
Well, how'd you know he hit his head from jumping on
Because
the
it was kind of like not like a big knot, but I knew the difference between when he was in the room with me and when he was out there playing.
Sharice's demeanor finally began to crack, but she still clung to her lies. However, the neighbor's description of the forceful thud matched precisely with the injury on little Jordan's head. The officers were certain that his injury could not have been caused by a simple fall from the bed.
So where were you when he hit his head?
I was in the not the living room. I was in the room.
The bedroom?
Mhm.
Okay, and where was he?
He was in the living room.
The little toddler bed is there?
Mhm.
Is it the living room or is it like the dining room?
Like the dining room. You
Where it
never
was
go.
yesterday when we went to the apartment? Where me and you went in, it was?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's where it was.
but it was I don't know if you was there before they took everything out, but the
No.
bed was like more up against the wall.
Yeah, it was pulled off the wall a little bit, but it was against that
Mhm.
wall. How did he hit his head so hard, Sharice?
It's like when I'm telling you the truth, it's like damn, like
Why didn't we talk about this 2 days ago? Why were you afraid to tell me?
You know exactly.
Did he hit his head at night when he was having the seizure in bed? When he was choking on his tongue?
that's probably when he hit his head again when he was having the seizure. So I'm not sure because I woke up to him shaking. That's how I ended up waking up.
What
So-
would he have hit his head on though? He was in
Oh,
bed
the
with-
wall is I don't have like something to protect me. So
Sure.
we sleep right on the wall.
Right.
So I honestly couldn't tell you that.
But even him just rolling or bumping his head on the wall like that, it wouldn't be a severe
Well,
head
I
injury.
don't-
Did you get frustrated?
No, please stop doing that. Please.
I have to ask
Please
Sharice.
stop doing that. Cause I'm trying. Please.
Was he pissing you off?
No, he never makes me that like that ever. He's not even really a crybaby. Like he's not a crybaby.
Something significant happened to you. Stop breathing.
I know it's tough. I know we're just trying to narrow down the head
This
injury.
is the hardest part. You're right there. You've gone through every single
I
door.
do not
This is
know.
this
I
is the
do not
last
know.
door. You do know.
I don't know. I
Listen
really,
listen to me for a
I
second.
really don't know.
Remember
All
that?
I remember was he was okay when he was walking. Then he started acting real funny,
No.
and I just, I.
No. You're gonna know right away. It's that moment when your kid, my kid in the past has done something and you just snap. You don't think about it because you just snap.
He's
Right?
really not that type of kid. Like he really isn't to.
Maybe not all the
anybody
time,
off.
but you had a hard day.
That doesn't.
You're already angry at senior.
Here we
He's
go
not
again.
answering.
I know, Sharice.
Because
Something
something
happened.
happened to make you.
He didn't
do
bump
something.
his head on the wall. He didn't fall off the
Right.
bed.
You're right there. You're right there.
You've done so good, Sharice. But
No, cause don't
No.
do
This
that.
is the
You've
final
been
piece of
so
the puzzle.
good, and then when I'm
Sharice,
telling you the
That-
truth, it's like
Then let me tell you something else that I saw at the scene when I saw his body in the water. I saw a bruise on his abdomen that's left by a finger, by a squeeze. What that probably is.
because all I
That
remember
probably
is
is.
him having
that's him.
he has a birthmark right here.
It's a
not
Let me
birthmark.
see that. Cause
You're not going to be able to see it. Oh, yeah, you probably will.
where?
Right there.
That's a bruise.
That's not a birthmark.
You said his birthmark's on his right side
Mhm.
over here.
You know what that
This is a bruise.
You know what that is? That's somebody grabbing the baby, and hitting him against something. That's what that is.
The boy hadn't accidentally fallen. He had been deliberately slammed against the wall, causing his head injury. Imagine the horror of grabbing a 2-year-old child and slamming him with such force that he starts having seizures, and then not finding it in your heart to call 911. This reveals everything about the mother still clinging to her lies, desperately trying to save herself, despite the undeniable evidence.
You panicked. You wanted to get him to senior, or maybe even the hospital. Hell, you're almost there. And yes, I believe he died in your arms. But something happened to make you leave. You panicked. You wanted to get him to senior, or maybe even the hospital. Hell, you're almost there. And yes, I believe he died in your arms. But something happened to make you leave.
I really want to just get him some food.
But he didn't eat. You can't of people I've interviewed, and they've all skipped that 1 second, 1 split second is all it was. And you would take back that second in a heartbeat, I bet, right now. But we can't take it back with that person. And he says you owe it to Jordan too. Tell his story, and then he will forgive you. Then you will be forgiven.
He's your baby. You owe it to him.
Give him the respect. He loved you so much. Like you said, I was supposed to protect you. That 1 split second, we've all been there. We've just been lucky enough for something terrible hasn't happened.
In a matter of moments, Charisse is about to confess everything. Recall that she had previously fabricated an entire story about receiving a ride from a man named Antoine in exchange for a terrible favor, claiming he had attacked her and fled with her child. Yet the truth couldn't be further from her story.
We won't think different of you, Charisse, like you said.
It don't matter. You don't have to think anything different of me because I'm gonna face up to
But you're not.
25
You're stopping right here.
other years, and
You're
I'm
not- you're
gonna
not
die.
facing
I'm
up.
going to. You don't have to judge me. It's gonna be a bunch of. I'm gonna die in
No,
jail.
no, 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 no. Remember I said people always want to know what happened. Because
Die in
people
jail.
that will be judging you
You
will
gonna
be
die
like,
in
this
county.
is- people that will be judging you will say, yeah, I've been there. If we go and end this chapter, like if you want us to end it saying, she doesn't know, she didn't say anything, that's when they're like, the hell with her. But give some empathy, give some reason.
Remorse. Finish that book.
People can understand frustrations.
We've written a whole book this week, Charisse, you and me. This is the last page.
Can I call my mom?
Yeah, I told you can call her. Okay, I'm gonna let you call her. Okay, but I want to know how he hurt his head.
I do not know how he hurt his head.
Okay.
I don't know. All I can tell you is I left. I came back. When I came back, he was gone. At that point,
He was gone or he was dead.
He was dead.
I left. And actually, I didn't put him in the water though.
Where
I
did
just
you put him?
I raised him up and I sat him over the fence.
Was he still alive?
I don't think so. I doubt it.
Did you lose your shoe?
I really don't freaking know how I lost my shoe. But I did have my shoe at Lago Park.
You didn't have it on when you were there on the video.
I don't know, so I must have lost it somewhere.
Did you lose it back in the mud going back here?
No, I never went back there. I'm scared of dirt.
You were scared of dirt, but you put him back there?
That's just. Can
I
you
can
stop,
see
please?
the path you took. I saw the shoe prints.
I never went behind the fence.
So where? What?
So you
Not
just
once.
put him over the fence?
What
I
part?
sat him-
What part of the fence? Right by the dumpster there, over the chain link fence.
The metal fence.
Yeah.
I never went over the fence.
When you put him over the fence, where was the dumpster?
I got behind the dumpster.
Okay.
And put him over the chain link fence.
Why would you do that if he's still alive?
Cause
Or is he dead?
I just told you.
When he
was.
came back,
So did you leave him in the water
Mm-mm.
yesterday?
No, my cousin Erica was with me yesterday.
How do you get in the water?
I have no idea. Cause he was with her. And I just got mad. I wasn't really mad. I just wanted to just shut up for 2 seconds.
yeah. It's frustrating. I can feel the weight coming off you as you talk. It's not. I've been trying since the beginning to let you know that it's okay. I know you do. I know you do. What happened when he wasn't getting any food? You just wanted him to stop crying.
It's like, I really wanted he hit his head really hard
On what?
on the wall.
This is where the suspect finally admits the horrifying truth. The unimaginable horror she inflicted upon her own toddler son.
Oh, my God.
When was he crying and he wouldn't stop?
maybe ate like one time Friday.
Okay, so this is after Grandma drops off food?
No, she came Saturday.
Okay.
We had Phil. He hit his head in. And
So
then
with the
this
so
was around. I really can't remember the time, but I know he hit his head pretty hard.
it's after the social worker comes? And
Yeah.
is it before the seizure at night? On Saturday night? Or Saturday morning? The social worker comes at about 8 o'clock on
I
Friday.
want to say.
It turns out Charisse was already entangled in legal issues over her child's custody. Additionally, Charisse had been working at a restaurant but was fired due to her inability to balance motherhood with her job. On top of that, she had received an eviction notice. Her relationship with Jordan Jr.'s father, Jordan Sr., was strained, yet she was pregnant with his second child. It had been just 3 months since Charisse regained custody of her son when the tragic incident occurred. The day before 2-year-old Jordan Beliveau was killed in Largo, a case manager had warned the parents that their toddler might be removed from their care and placed into foster care if they failed to address the escalating issues at home. On August 31st, 2018, the case manager delivered this warning during a visit with Charisse while Jordan Jr.'s father spoke with the case manager by phone. Charisse was already overwhelmed and frustrated with the situation when her toddler, as toddlers do, threw a tantrum and refused to eat his food. Little did the poor soul know that this would be his last innocent display of defiance. The very next day, Jordan disappeared.
Right, because he was fine when they came. So Friday night, late night? Okay. And you said in the bedroom when you were in bed? Okay. You kind of did this, so you hit it with like the back of your hand? What part of his head did you hit with your hand?
I hit the front of his face.
Like right here? How was he positioned in the bed? And how are you positioned? So you're here. Your bed's in the corner of the room.
I'm more up.
This is the corner of your room, and the bed's like that.
Yeah, but say like we're on this side. Like, well,
Like
I'm gonna do it this way.
Okay.
This way.
Okay. So this is the corner of your room back here. Okay.
Cause I gotta sit like towards the end.
Sure.
Like when I'm up from my phone to charge.
In your bed has a wall right there.
He was sitting up right there where my partner's sitting. And where did your hand? Don't hit my partner, obviously.
Just put your hand
Like that, really
by the eyes, and then his head goes back.
What happened when he hit his head?
He was crying, but he was like, I definitely felt bad.
Sure. Is that why?
But
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. It's okay. It happened. It happened. It's hard to say. I know you didn't mean it. I know you didn't mean it. It's exactly what I've been saying from the get-go, Charisse. It was a split second. Oh, I know, and we can't bring him back.
Just took him to the hospital.
Charisse, if we could bring him back, we all would. There's not one person in this
I
world.
was just so scared. What is that?
That's a murder. I don't know. That's way down the road. It's way down the road. No, I don't.
I wanted to ask
Can you
one more.
please come to court? Please?
No, I will be there. I promise.
And I know you gotta speak against
I know.
me,
Well,
but
you know, Charisse,
it's 'cause I'm coming
I told you in the beginning, I don't think you're a bad
Please don't
person.
let me go through this by myself.
I'm not, Charisse.
I just want to know, like,
At this point, you're considered under arrest, being charged with aggravated child abuse.
Okay.
and first-degree murder.
How bad is that?
It's not good.
I know. I just like
It's not good.
on
As
the-
far as penalties go, honestly, I don't want to tell you the wrong thing.
based on your experience.
We bring all the case to the state attorney's office, and they make a filing decision on it. They'll review everything. They'll talk with us, and we'll decide what to file the charge as. And they can change it. They can alter it, but I'm pretty confident they'll probably stay with what we've chosen. And you'll get your own attorneys, and they'll decide how to handle it from there.
Charisse was ultimately charged with first-degree murder, and the full extent of her depravity came to light.
Is there anything you'd be concerned about we find around your house, in your house?
The investigation uncovered that she had been struggling with intense issues in her relationship with Jordan Sr., her partner. He had failed to provide any child support, leaving Charisse in a state of despair. That fateful night, when her toddler's innocent tantrum pushed her past the breaking point, Charisse's anger turned monstrous. In a horrifying display of rage, she hurled her son against the wall with such force that it cracked his fragile skull. The child suffered through agonizing seizures all night long, but his mother did nothing as his condition deteriorated. Rather than seeking help, Charisse callously discarded her dying son in a desolate wooded area. His lifeless body was eventually discovered by the police 4 days later. The tiny soul, once giggles and smiles, was lost forever. Charisse was sentenced to 50 years in prison for the murder of her son. Do you think this sentence is enough to pay for the unimaginable pain and suffering she inflicted on her own child?
And I've been cleaning it out.
Mm-hmm.
So I threw that stuff away, but that wasn't today.
What day was it? About?
It's been maybe a couple days ago.
Where'd you throw it away?
Well, usually I throw it away inside the neighbor's bin because I don't have a box. But I just tie it up in the bag. I have no idea.
Best you can remember.
Towel. It was a towel.
Okay.
It's been a couple days.
And you put it out by your door?
Mm-hmm.
And somebody then put this in the office trash can?
Because they walk around. We don't have to throw away our trash, and they collect our trash, and then they get rid of it.
Why would you keep that for?
Charisse's case raises troubling questions, not only about the depraved nature of humans, but also about the failure of the system. Had social services intervened diligently, this tragic loss could have been prevented. What are your thoughts on this devastating case? Share them in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.